Good morning, good morning. Great morning. Welcome to We Are 5/5. It is June 18th, 11:15 in the morning. Alright, so I want to address a couple of things. So I'm new to this. Right? I just found out the other day you have to have 1,000 subscribers to go live. I didn't even know about that. Right? But anyways, I want to talk about a few things. Like everybody, I notice a lot of people are, I guess they get a little touchy. Quite frankly, I don't care. Whatever. But I'm gonna use this for an example. Let's say I'm not well known. I just started my channel. That's why I don't got a lot of videos. That's why I don't really have subscribers. I'm new to this, right? But like, let's say I put on some info out there, right? Say I put something out there that I feel that everybody should know, that there's information that should be broadcast, right? Then you got somebody like French Dose. He'll watch whatever, and then he will repeat. And let's say it go on, so on and so on. Why me? Why would I be mad if my objective is to get the info out there? Because if you want to be real, everybody talking about this chick down with Rock Nation that told and all this crazy shit, right? Peep the fly shit. Before I watched anybody talk about that shit on YouTube, I was talking about that shit with my girl in the crib. You know what I mean? And it's some weird shit. So it's like, when NBC broadcasts news, you don't hear them getting mad at another broadcasting channel because so when we be like, yo, we need the respect from these white people, we need to be viewed as equal. How if we don't even view each other as equal? You remember the song, how that shit went? Fuck, man, now my age is showing. I can't remember shit. If you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. Remember, yo, our society, if you from the hood, your society's fucking retarded, right? So this is how retarded our society is. If you ain't doing something right, you ain't got no haters. In other words, if you out there smoking crack, living on the street, doing whatever the fuck, you ain't got no haters. Niggas don't give a fuck, right? But if you out there, you get a banging job or you doing whatever and you clicking and you popping, you got mad haters, right? That means if you're doing something right, you gonna have haters. Granted, the shit don't make sense. I'm not here to try to make sense of it. I'm just trying to explain it. So if you know deep down, you only get haters when you popping, that means that you're doing something right. So why get mad? If you out here putting out info and somebody in a bigger stage or has more subscribers, isn't that your objective, to put the information out there? So I was watching videos of y'all. I'll be real, I'm a real nigga, I don't give a fuck. I'm trying to watch the language. I'm working on a few things. I'm trying not to smoke on my channel. I'm trying to watch but this is the beginning. So I want you, this is going to be basically, we're going to be seeing my progression as my days goes, my videos go. We're going to watch it in itself. But anyways, I watch y'all. Y'all know y'all watch each other. Why y'all feel like it's a problem to actually admit that niggas watch each other? I don't understand. When you go to the club, you analyze, right? Whenever you walk into a room, you analyze, right? When you had a regular job, you analyze everything around you, right? Supermarkets, everywhere you go, you analyze, right? It's the same thing. You stepping into this YouTube shit, you gonna analyze. I'm watching all of y'all so I can figure out how I can make my shit better and what I'm doing wrong, take out the type of stuff you know what I'm saying? Basically, I'm doing my due diligence. So now back to what I was saying. I was watching videos, certain people, before I started YouTubing or whatever this shit is called. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out the language. But I don't understand what that issue is. Like, what's the problem with that? So what? Who did the video first? Isn't the more important message that it's out there? Isn't that more important instead of who did it first? Like, it's a fucking, what is this, a style competition? It's different agenda. If you bring in a style, if you rocking something new like clothes, a car, that type of shit is different. I mean, but this is supposed to be information, correct? So what's more important, who brings the information first, or who could broadcast it the loudest, the furthest, so it could get the furthest? Like, let's talk about it. People hit up this dude, China Mac. He's a rapper, right? This nigga's like, I only heard stand-up shit about the nigga. Like, so stand up, right? I guess the nigga's father got arrested. The nigga's father told. The nigga basically like disowned his father because his father ratted. He did an ill-ass bid. He ain't tell. And y'all getting mad at this dude that I think this nigga live in New York or some shit. Y'all, this is the wildest shit. Y'all motherfuckers is asking this nigga, but what about the Chinese people in China kicking African Americans out of... How the fuck is he supposed to answer that? This nigga live here. He ain't the motherfucker out there kicking people out. How in the fuck you want him to answer? That's like asking me about people in my race from where I'm from and I'm here. That's not me, B. That's not him. Y'all asking, y'all like, yo, China buying up all the land in Africa. Nigga, why you mad that, what you mad at? That they bought some shit a day before you could have bought it? What the fuck is going on here? They like, what was that other shit? Niggas, people act like there isn't bad apples on every tree. People act like every race is, you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. Like, let's be real with yourself. Stop with the bullshit. Too many people bullshitting themselves. It's like, we keep asking for a change, but we keep acting dumber and dumber. Shit make no sense to me. It don't add up. Y'all, you will have, all right, prime example. We'll have a great channel today. I'll use myself for an example. I have a great YouTube session, channel, episode, whatever the fuck this shit is called, right? Let's say I have something about positive, some whatever. About a week later, let's say I get big enough, I interview somebody or they interview me, however you want to put that situation together. And I allow that person to bait me to bring out some shit that goes in direct conflict of the reason why you started YouTubing. So now this is what I'm saying. Like, let's say you started YouTubing because you want to shed light to certain situations, right? Now, before you know it, you however made videos in talking about all the people that's talking shit on your page. You know what I'm saying? So now your whole direct line done changed because now before you know it, you got like 15, 20 videos of just straight negative shit. Now you have a new motherfuckers and they like, yo, hold up, but I thought this nigga was talking about all this other shit. Now his last like 30 videos is only about this. Don't give these haters time. Don't give these niggas no hang time. You know what I mean? Don't mention these niggas' names. Don't even do videos. Don't get these niggas. When you out there, right? I'm not a boaster. That's not me. I got a problem with being on camera. I grew up in a different era. The era I'm from, you didn't do pictures. You didn't show off. You didn't do that kind of shit. That kind of shit got you where you didn't want to be. So I'm not totally 100% comfortable with the camera yet. That's why sometimes I end my videos the way I do. It's like that old lifestyle kick in and I get paranoid and it's, you know what I mean? My fiance got me working on that. You know what I mean? That's why I even been mentioning some shit that I probably shouldn't be mentioning because I don't know any better, because I'm giving you raw 100. I'm 100. I don't know how to be anything less than 100. You know what I'm saying? So it's like let's say I get big enough, because I probably only got like 2 subscribers or some crazy shit. And one of them is my girl. That's how fresh I am. I think I only have my channel, I think today's like day 3, day 4 or something. I probably only got like 5, 6 videos. I don't fucking know. Because I don't plan this shit. I go just, you know what I mean? I'll be at a red light and I'll pull over. If I feel it, bang, I let it out. It don't, you know what I mean? I don't care. So, my advice, when you go to the club, right, and you with your woman, right, you know everybody looking. You know this. Because you looking at everybody looking at you. So I don't get why you so ashamed to admit. I don't understand why if I put something out there I'm not gonna get mad if somebody from a bigger platform say the same. You can say the same exact shit I said word for. I'm not gonna get mad. I don't care. You shouldn't care. What you should be more care. What you should care about more is that the information is out there. That more is having more of an effect. Your ripple just got bigger. Because that should be your objective. Not caring for the credit. Because it's almost like you're like, yo, I'm doing something. I'm giving this homeless guy money. But you telling the whole world. Are you really giving that homeless guy money for a blessing? Or are you doing it for the world to know, for notoriety? What is it for? You get what I'm saying? Don't give these people that time. Don't waste your energy on them people and on them subjects and on those topics. Get what I'm saying? Keep trying to influence the world in that positive way, because we know that in that negative fashion, that negative energy, it will figure out a way to pull you back. It will figure it out. Because the way the world is set up, you can say a million on point precise things that we need to hear. Malcolm X type shit. You know what I mean? But you can say one thing wrong that'll negate all that shit. It's how, I don't know why society is like that. You could say one fucked up thing and it'll negate all the positive steps you took. Don't give that shit no power. Don't give that shit no energy. Don't even block them niggas. Don't. Because a hater gonna show that he a hater in his own time. Remember, time shows everything. The consistency of your action will show that that person is a hater. It will show it, because everything you talk about, he gonna be on the other side of it. You can be like, yo, my guy, 1 + 1 is 2. This motherfucker gonna be like, nah, yo, that shit 8. I ain't even giving that shit no energy. Don't even waste your time on that. You know what I mean? Like, your time is precious. I don't give a fuck who you are. You watching this, you precious, you special. I don't give a fuck how crazy your life is. I don't care what is wrong with you. You here. You know what I mean? You breathing, you alive. You know what I mean? We got too much shit we dealing with to be worried about little dumbass shit. Like, we got to be more conscious of how we giving these metaphorical experiences so people to learn from. Get what I'm saying? And that's within me myself. I got to do better at it too. Because 99% of a lot of the shit I say I got to put myself in the same boat. Because that's how that shit work. It's like, I noticed, all right, this is a good way of putting it. Let's say this is a scale of how cats feel about certain topics they YouTube about, that they make stream videos or whatever, because I can't go live yet. So let's say this is a gauge, right? Y'all, this is the top, this is the bottom. Y'all will be somewhere in the middle, upper high, when y'all discussing y'all topics, right? But y'all niggas be maxed out when y'all making these videos about these haters, I guess y'all call them niggas. You get what I'm saying? Y'all give them haters more energy than you're actually giving the actual shit that you trying to put out there. Because you'll make a couple videos on your direct topic, but then 3 weeks later, you're on somebody else's platform talking about this hater. You're on that person's platform talking about the hater. You're not talking about the reason why you got up here to begin with. You giving them haters all your energy. And then before you know it, you become a hater of them. And now you're not even talking about the shit that you wanted to talk about anymore. Now all on your YouTube, you look like you got straight aggression. Straight aggression. It's like you like, yo, happy birthday. Ain't you happy you just won $1 million? Like, it's some weird shit. Shit just don't make sense to me. So now like I said, I be watching y'all niggas shit. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't get why that's a problem. But anyways, because I'm pretty sure Nike watch Adidas, Kobe watch Jordan. These niggas, that's how you, knife sharpens knife, steel sharpens steel. That's how that goes. I mean, it's nothing wrong with watching somebody else to get better at your own technique. You know what I mean? Because you can't just sit in the gym all day and just shoot hoops by yourself. That don't make you a great player. You know why? Because when you're on the court, when you're on the court by yourself shooting and you're actually playing, the difference is that you have a defender when you're playing. There's somebody there in front of you. When you're in the court by yourself, hitting shots by yourself, that shit don't really matter. You're just practicing your technique. Then you go to other games. Then you watch. Then you play other people and you watch and you learn. Get what I'm saying? Like, I watch cats' videos. I watch. You watch. Everybody watch. Everybody watch the news. That's our version of this. YouTube is like the TV station. It's the same shit, just a little bit smaller, and we have access. You can get big enough and make NBC type shit on your channel all day. Instead of just streaming your certain times. Remember, you can stream live all day like a TV channel does and bring your people and subjugate your time to talk about whatever subjects you want, like an actual TV channel. But yet, now everything is, let's talk about China this, let's talk about this and that and these people. What happened to coronavirus? What happened to the white man fixing the laws for everybody else? Now we talk to get the shit right so we can all be equal. Now we talking about all this other shit. Like, when is we gonna address us burning our own shit down? We've been doing that since the Rodney King riots. Them niggas was in Watts burning shit down. Again, why we in the hood burning shit down? Why don't you figure out where your lawmakers live? Burn that shit down. True shit. Like, everybody like talking about how we need prison reform to be better, right? Well, why don't we talk about how we can take prisons out of business? When we talk about that, because you know, with a better education, that means you make better decisions in all situations. And if you make better decisions in all situations, 9 out of 10, you won't be making decisions that's gonna get you locked the fuck up, right or wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because like, I'm from somewhere that's like we grew up super poor. Like, so po is just P-O-O. Couldn't afford the R, just po. Dead ass. Super broke. You know what I mean? So, when you're super broke, the first thing you fucking learn, the very number one thing you fucking learn is fucking unity. When you're super broke, it's the first thing you learn. Without each other, we ain't going nowhere. We each other's crutches. That's how Jay said it in that Reasonable Doubt. Right? If we each other's crutches, we'll never fall. And we always have each other to hold on to. I don't know what the fuck happened to that. Nowadays, it's me versus everybody and everybody versus everybody, and it's fuck us. And now we're to the point that we're like, for a few weeks, because imagine if coronavirus didn't happen, right? And that still happened to George Floyd. Would this shit still be such a big fucking issue? Would this shit be all over the news the way it is now? Would people be fucking protesting? I'll answer that for you, no. How do you know that? Because you've had a bunch of motherfuckers die by police prior to corona and niggas wasn't doing shit. I'm thinking it only hit so hard because everybody home. Everybody has nothing but time to rewind the TV or play it back on YouTube or however. You got nothing but time to talk about that shit. Your schedule a lot of time is gone now. You don't have your wake up an hour and a half before work your 8, 9, 10, 12 hours, come home, take care of your business before you know it's time to go to bed because you got to go to work. That shit is gone now. If you're not an essential worker, you basically home type shit, trying not to die from a fucking virus that you can't even see, that came from a fucking country, allegedly. We're not even going to get into all that crazy shit. Because again, that crazy shit is who we need to be directing our energy to. The crazy shit. Because that's the enemy. The person that put all the crazy shit in that pot that we got to deal with. Like, think about all this confusion that's going on. Today, is Corona's important. Tomorrow, it's fucking activists and whatever the fuck. The day after, it's this shit. The day after, it's people buying property over here. The day after, it's 5G. My nigga, like, you know the saying, you got like a million problems, right? Why don't you figure out solving one at a time instead of just making the pile bigger and bigger? Before you know it, you're going to look at this shit and be like, yo, I got a fucking mountain, bro. I got a mountain of problems. I need to go get high. Now your problems is just sitting there. Or I want to go get drunk. Now your problems is sitting there. Or I need to see my therapist. Whatever it is you do to get away from your shit so you don't go crazy, that's what you go do now. Now all your problems just sitting there. You ain't fixing nothing. You know what I mean? We know corona's a virus. We kind of know how to fix that. These Black Lives Matters, that could get fixed in 2 fucking seconds. In a stroke of one pen, one line, you fix that. It's not that difficult. Obviously, they know that from the beginning. That's why that was set up like that. So when you're like, oh, this, that, and the third, everybody ain't, fuck everybody. You know how to fix the problem. You do. How do you know? Because you're the one that made it. You're the one that put that shit together. The Constitution was made by certain people, right? But when it was made, what? They made it, they made the piece of paper, and now it could never be edited. As we know now in 2020, everything could be changed. Everything could be made better. We know this. Prime example. If petroleum is so bad for the world, like it's bad for the ozone layer and it's creating all these glaciers to melt, all the heating of the earth. What's that shit called? I can't remember. The fucking global warming, right? You're saying it's come from the gas and the fucking, all these smoke from these factories and all these emissions. That's why we got to go through all this shit, because all the toxins is bad for the environment. So why the fuck ain't we switch out of gas, petroleum yet? Think about it. If all this chemicals going into the sky is so fucked up, why in the fuck ain't we switch all our motors out of this chemical yet? If it's so bad. Because in history, a long time ago, it was already proven that you can make a motor run off of water. That was already done a long time ago. But the U.S. bought that patent and made it illegal to make any motor run off of any liquid that isn't gas or diesel type shit. They set the game like this. And then when it affects us, instead of just fixing it, you talk about it for another 30 fucking years and nothing happens. How do you know? Look at your Elon Musk car, your Tesla. You know how long ago that fucking idea was? That fucking guy's been dead for like 100 years. Think about it. He came up with that car. He's been dead for like 100 fucking years. He came up with that concept of that car when he was like in his 20s. Then the fucking guy died when he was like in his 60s. You're talking almost 200 years ago that fucking concept of that electric car came out. Almost 200 years ago. Like, what? This is that motherfucker that you need to be directing your energy to. It's that person. Like, all this shit we getting, it's all sabotaged, yo. Everything we get, they done got perfected, knows everything you can do about it before they put it out there. Imagine how long they had internet. Imagine how long they had video cameras. Remember, like I said before, the Jetsons. That show was a prediction. Remember, she used to hit the button, you get the food out. Our fucking ignorant asses didn't even realize that was a fucking vending machine that just came out a few years later. That they been had. Flying cars, we been have though. That's a helicopter. Everybody don't have one because it's too fucking loud. Like, what? All this shit. They'll give you a prediction of what's going to happen before it happens. So when it happens, you won't be as shocked. So your reaction won't be as over the top because part of your brain is like, I expected it. I seen 30 movies on it. That's how they get you to not demonstrate as bad, because you've seen 30 movies on it. You've kind of seen it coming, you say. So it's like, why? Why waste your time and not actually address the shit that's gonna make a big difference? Why even waste the time of making a video of some hater that you don't even fucking know, that 9 out of 10 you know ain't gonna pull up to your crib, even if you know all this shit. You know if for any fucking crazy, weird, universal chance that you end up walking in a store and you see this person, A, you probably ain't even gonna recognize him because you don't know him. B, they probably gonna recognize you, come up to you and talk to you like you're fucking this megalithic star, and then go home and make a video and tell you how fucking whack you are. Because that's what people do. So why even waste your time if you already know that's gonna happen? Why even waste your life? Because your life, your time, that's the only precious thing you got. It's not your dollar bill. It's not your money. It's not your car. It's not your house. It's not none of that. It's your time. Why? Because you could have $1 million, lose it all today, tomorrow make 2 million back. That means that million you had the other day don't mean shit. Today you could have a mansion, that bitch will burn down your insurance claim. Tomorrow you got a bigger mansion. That means that first mansion ain't mean shit. You know what I mean? Not to be rude, I told you from the get, we're going to talk about it. You can have a fucking kid and some wild shit could happen and that kid could die and then you can have another, right? But your time, you can never get that back. You can never replace that. You can never bring back yesterday. You can never bring back last week. You can never do that. That means your time is the most precious thing you have. Not your money, not none of that. It's your time. Because when you locked up, you appreciate all the little bit of smiles you had before you got arrested. And then when you in there, you start thinking about how not to get back in there. Why? Because you're doing time. Time. Time is the precious thing you have. So don't waste your time on these motherfuckers that's hating and going against your cause. Because you're wasting your time on them. You're wasting your energy on them. Fuck them people. Get your cause out there. Get your message out there. Put your energy and all your time into that. You know what I mean? Because we done wasted enough time on these haters. These haters keep us distracted from what we actually need to accomplish. These haters keep us distracted from actually making our kids' life better than our lives were. You know what I mean? And haters come in all different forms. A hater will come act like he your friend and actually want something you have. Your hater will just get next to you just to steal some of your shine. Your hater will try to destroy your life. Your hater goes against anything positive you have going for you. It doesn't matter how small it is. Because for that person, it might be small, but to you, it's the fucking world. So it don't matter how small it may seem. If you got somebody hating on anything positive you got going, give that person no energy. That person don't exist to you. That person is an ant. That person is a leaf on a tree. That person is nothing to you. You get what I'm saying? That person is like a slow fake, a raindrop. It don't mean shit. You a raindrop, it's pouring rain, I'm going to get in my car. I'm going to go in my house. The rain ain't going to affect me. Whatever you got to say, your thoughts, all that negativity, that shit ain't going to affect me. Because all that's going to do is affect me in a negative fashion, which means it's not for you. It's not for me. So why give that shit any type of energy? Why waste your time on that? No need for that. We need to be wasting our time on correcting all the mistakes that were already made to us so we don't keep repeating the same shit, so we can actually make a progression in life, opposing to staying in the same boat, not going nowhere with paddles, but we got the paddles in the boat and we got a motor in the back of the boat, but we got the motor out the water. Instead of dropping the paddles and dropping the motor, we too busy figuring out why, arguing amongst each other instead of figuring out why we ain't moving, why we in the same location, why everybody progressing around us, why the subjects keep changing instead of, yo, like the lines are getting blurry. Like, fix them goggles, put them blinders on, B. Like, what's more important right now? These haters? What's more important right now? That you put out a video saying it and somebody else with a bigger platform said the same shit? What's more important right now? Somebody asking China Mac about another country? I'm granted, it is his nationality, but the nigga here. The nigga ain't over there. It's not him kicking people out. What's more important? China buying all the land in Africa? What's more important? 5G? Corona? What's more important? Or making us all equal, making us all 5/5 of the law. Look up your constitution. What's more important? Because think about it. What's more important? New World Order? The New World Denomination? Is that why Trump is giving out all this US dollars? To make all the regular currency go away? So when the New World Order come and they come with that New World domination, that one world money? So that means the dollar, there's a dollar here, it's a dollar over there, it's a dollar everywhere. You know what else that means? That means if you do some fuck shit in Connecticut and your ass try to go to Brazil, guess what, buddy? It's the same fucking law that's here that's over there. It's the same cop, basically. They're going to arrest you over there and try you over there, or they're going to bring you back here. All them fucking treaty laws of, all that shit's going to be a wrap. All your civil rights, all that shit going to be a wrap. Why you think now you got to do your licenses, your DMV and CT through the mail? Your passport, all that shit going to be on one. Better question. You got an identification, right? But you got to renew it. You ain't changed. You still the same person, right? So why you got to renew you the same person? Why you got to renew it? You ain't changed. You're not new. But yeah, if your license is expired, you can't even buy shit that you need a license for. Like if that date, it changed, they look at the ID like if it's a whole nother person. Like, I understand that you like 40, but your ID is expired, so I don't know if you're 21. Like, what? Nigga, that's still me. That date ain't changed. My age is still the same. If it's an identification, why I gotta renew? I'm not renewed. Like, think about it. They talk about how these laws is set. Do you understand the reason why we got Social Security cards? Another way of keeping track of who's who, what's what. Like, what happened? Like, some people say that our fucking Social Security, our birth certificate is traded on a stock exchange. And that your date of birth is the actual password to the fucking account. And if you want to know the account numbers, you go look at your Social Security card, and that little shit that's going around, those are numbers. You got to get a magnifying glass, and those are numbers. Like, what? And we sitting here arguing about fucking people hating on our videos? We got niggas that's going in and out of prison, right? In and out in cycles. True shit. You'll see this fucking dude. He's a dope fiend, a heroin addict on the street. This nigga be homeless, begging for change, robbing and stealing, whatever. Go to prison, get that nigga clean, right? You see him a few months later, this nigga's like an inventor. This nigga, you have a TV, you get this dude a headphone wire, a pencil, a pen cap, and like a staple or some shit, right? Now you got a remote to your TV, the same drug addict. Same crackhead on the street that's begging on the store, at the front of a store. This nigga will fix any piece of clothing you got. Another one will fix any electronic you got. But this is the same person that's a drug addict on the street, but in jail, they're innovators. They could be entrepreneurs. They could be mechanics. They're ill with shit. Imagine if those people broke the cycle and they never did drugs. Imagine the effect they would have had on the world. Like, imagine that. Imagine that kid that you knew that was mad smart growing up. Remember, everybody has it. Mad smart. Nigga never did nothing wrong. Nigga had straight A's. And you see the nigga in his 30s, nigga a drug addict. And you like, what? Like, you never had a hard day in your life. You had both parents. Both your parents had good jobs. You never got in trouble. You had straight A's. You went to, how the fuck you end up a drug addict? Then you see another kid that his parents are drug addicts. Niggas been on the street all, and he ain't got nothing but the education. Like, we don't see nothing wrong with that. Instead, we up here making videos of shit that's not even important. Like, really? Really? Y'all remember what gangs were even created for? Do you remember? I remember. The gang was created to fight the oppressor. So we mobbed together. We mobbed up. We connected with each other. We policed ourselves. We fed ourselves. We educated ourselves. And the government said, nah, that's a gang. You going against the government. You guys are terrorists. And then they ended up banding together and naming themselves. You have parties, Black Panther. What? Because I can govern my people better than you're governing us, that makes me a terrorist? Because we have a better achievable goal for us that you have for us, that makes me a terrorist? I'm a terrorist because in the law, you look at me as 3/5 of a man and I look at me as 5/5 of a man. That's what makes me a terrorist. Because the judge, the legal system, the education system, your financial system, your job system, everything is slated against me. And you're upset because I don't want to conform to that? What happened? You telling me it's all right for you to play this game of catch with two hands, but if I want to join, I got to cut one of my arms off. And that's what makes us even. How is that fair? Riddle me that. But we out here making videos about the dumbest shit. Every time something go wrong, we go to where we live and break our own shit. Today, we riding in whoever's brand new car, but if tomorrow shit get retarded and this car's parked in the wrong spot, that motherfucker getting flipped over. But the people that own these stores, the person that own that car, they not the oppressors. It's not them. The oppressor got us so fucked up that we showing our anger to the wrong people. We showing it to ourselves. It might not be you directly because it's you up the block. Because that motherfucker up the block is dealing with the same shit you dealing with. We in the same boat, just different sections of it. And we fighting with each other instead of uniting with each other and moving up. Getting the fuck out the boat and getting on land. I don't know. This video is the longest one I've done. Told you, I'm new to this, man. I'm new, and we can talk about whatever the fuck niggas want. Like, all right, like, see that right there. I'm trying to check that, how I'm talking, my vocabulary. I'm trying to clean that up. I'm working on that. You know what I mean? We need to work on ourselves. Like I said in the other video, we doing this, not realizing we having these three coming back. We got to take more responsibility for our own actions. We got to see where we sending our youth. Granted, I had a fucked up upbringing. When I grew up, I thought the cops were the bad guys. I didn't know what felonies were until I caught like 7 or 8 of them when I was 16 years old. You know what I mean? Like, I learned the hard way, literally, my whole life. So now I try to make it so don't nobody else got to learn the way I learned. For what? I went through it. That don't mean you have to. Because I went through it, I'm going to give you the knowledge that I went through it so you don't have to. I'm giving you a head start that I didn't have. I don't understand. We know for a fact that they divided us, and that is the problem that persisted, that's keeping us where we at. So why we keep dividing each other? It's like they got so good at it that we do it for them. They be like, yo, we need to destroy y'all. We like, nah, chill, B, go fall back. We gonna do it for you. We gonna destroy ourselves. You don't got to do it. Like, what? First time in my life, yo, last year I was down at Myrtle Beach for Bike Week, right? Last year. And I'm at Myrtle Beach last year. It's the first time in my life I ever seen that big of a group of black people together. And not be an argument, not be a fight, never. I've never seen nothing like that. It was the most beautifulest thing I've ever seen. But this is We Out 5/5. And holla at me, man. Stay up, stay positive, man. And keep that energy directed at the right enemy. Stop sending shots and hitting innocent bystanders. Or not even innocent bystanders. Stop hitting targets that aren't as important. Aim all your shots at that #1 important target, man. Stay up. We Out 5/5.